4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's skip over number 9.
Case 1, tree trimming business, administrative office, no traffic. Questions are all answered correctly. Normal questions, I guess, about supplies and equipment and such. The owner's a different person than the applicant, so we'll need to ask him that. Case number 2, online press-on nail business. The keyword is online. She doesn't have customers coming to her house. Again, different owner than the applicant.
Right.
We'll ask about that.
Are those press-on fingernails?
They are, if I'm guessing right, it's kind of a trendy thing that's going on right
Okay.
now, and it's online.
And they just ship these nails to the customer and they do
They
their
do,
own
or the
pressing, I
customer
guess.
orders them straight from
Okay.
the site. It's not something somebody applies for you. Case number 3, office for a courier business. Again, different owners, an apartment complex.
Right.
We don't have anything from the apartment people, do we, Nancy? I don't know which ones don't allow it, and I guess we don't care if they don't speak up.
Doesn't say anything, yeah.
Guess we
I
need
don't have
to,
any that says anything nowadays except for, normally the Decatur Housing Authority will.
okay, and we need to ask, I guess, where they're getting their items. They're probably going business to business, if I had to guess, but,
So you wouldn't want them to be getting stuff in store like a UPS warehouse in the backyard.
right.
Right.
But I don't read this as being that, but
And when I think courier, I think mail,
yeah, you could do something with this.
like, but yeah, we definitely need to ask that. Case number 4,
Different owner again.
industrial training business. We need to know what that is, basically.
Yep.
And then our questions, I guess, will change based on what, since we were all way off on the dental training business, we probably are way off on the industrial training business. Case number 5, mobile automobile detailing, washing, and waxing, administrative office. Same owner this time.
Yep.
We had one of these last month. We just need to ask the same kind of questions, make sure they're doing everything off premises. Case number 6, office for a cleaning business, different owners. Standard questions. Case number 7, office for a concrete business. Same owners, guess our normal standard construction type questions. Case number 8, office for a tax business. This one is the housing authority. I guess they didn't send anything back in. Main thing on this one is how she's getting, he's getting their business. No customers. I feel like I'm flying through these. If I'm going too fast, y'all
going.
stop me. Case number 9.
All right, wait. All right, on case number 9,
That's been,
okay,
That's
so,
the one that's,
Oh,
we're not
that's right.
going, we're not going to discuss that one today. It's going to be discussed
Okay.
next week,
Okay.
or next month.
Next month.
okay, so, all right,
yeah, that one was tabled.
okay. Well, maybe I missed something there, maybe need to go back to 8. You all said something about the housing authority.
She just mentioned that Decatur Housing Authority is one that usually speaks up about businesses.
And yes, was that on number 9 or number 8?
That's number 8.
Number 8.
Okay,
They're the property owner, but if they haven't responded, then it's not on us to
Right.
question. I mean, we just need to make sure they say the owner's aware, but they would have gotten a letter
Yep.
about it.
oh, so we understand that the letter's gone to the housing authority, and the housing authority is then, it's on them to send in something. It is not that we understand their policy,
Correct.
okay?
All right, case number 9's tabled, case number 10. Room with computer, living room, office, online retail store, marketplace for miscellaneous products. I'm thinking we need to ask the applicant if they live at this address, since they marked out a Huntsville address and put a Decatur address.
Number
Kinder
19.
Orr, case number 10.
Now, that is the one, and I thought that's her grandmother's address. And the grandmother called and said that she does not want her granddaughter doing anything from her home. She never emailed me, she was gonna email me something, or send me a letter, and she never has.
Does the granddaughter live in Huntsville or live at this address?
She said she does not live with her.
That's just a question we need to ask her outright.
So,
Where do you
I mean-
live?
It's just a matter of, you want to believe me or you want to believe her? However you want to do it. That's grandmother never said anything else, I never got anything in writing.
I mean, she kind of told on herself, writing her Huntsville address and writing through it.
Yeah, I don't understand, I mean, would she need her grandmother's address in Decatur? She lives in Huntsville, she can just get a business license in
Right.
Decatur,
And that's what
use her Huntsville address, and
Yeah, true.
And I told
Doesn't need an
grandma- I told
administrative office.
grandmother that, tell her that, so I don't know where it came from, I guess, maybe she don't show up today.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, like that, why is it not an administrative office?
Pardon?
Why does she just want to have a business rather than an administrative office?
Don't know.
All right, case number 11, it's been clarified that they want a 4-foot waiver to be allowed to have a lot to build on that's 46 feet and not 50 feet.
Yep.
My question on this one would be, if we grant it to 46 feet, does that mean that the requirements off of the property line are then waived? Because I'm not sure
No.
what this means when they say,
it just means that the lot width is reduced.
okay,
But the setbacks still stay the same, so if they got.
so pardon me, so what we're doing, we're just authorizing them to get a better deed, better plot, land or whatever from the county that says this lot, whatever it is instead of being 50 feet, it's
What I
actually
think it
46
is
feet.
that this house, that the lot itself already exists. And they're wanting to build a house on it.
Okay,
And so, but the lot exists and it's not wide enough. It doesn't meet the subdivision regulations. It doesn't meet the regulations where you gotta have 50-foot wide, period. And it's not ever
Is that
going
a
to.
city?
Yeah, and it's
a
not
city
ever going
ordinance?
to because it was created too short.
We have a rule that it has to be 50.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a zoning ordinance that says it's gotta be so wide.
So they're just want us,
They're wanting to build a house on this lot, but it's too narrow by 4 feet in order to legally build on that lot.
all right.
So they're asking for this 4-foot wide variance in order to build. Now, they'll still have to meet their side yard setbacks and their front yard setbacks and all. They just got 4 less feet to deal with,
Right.
you know, to have. But the lot is there, and it's always been there, and it was created, some point in time, and it just never was wide enough to meet the zoning ordinance when it was created.
And no one came to the city, came to the, I guess to the city to ask for a waiver because no one ever wanted to build a house on it.
Well, it
Now we
may
have,
have had a house on it, and it may have been created with the city's blessing
and then the house is now
way
gone.
back before the zoning ordinance was around.
But the house is now gone.
The house is gone, but it's just a lot that's there.
Yeah, and that none of us have a memory as far as the
Yeah.
house was there, was not there. We understand, I understand what the request is now. Thank you.
If we approve it, they still have to meet all of the normal
Yep.
Right.
guidelines for,
Unless
Lot
they decide to
lines
come back
and-
and ask for another.
right.
Right.
like-
We're just basically telling them it's usable for a residence
Yeah.
to
Understood.
build on.
Okay.
All right, case 12, application for a liquor license. We talked about this one a little bit a minute ago on convenience store on 6th Avenue.
We kind of opened it up a little bit. I am following what they're asking for, and do we know, or did anyone share an approximation of how many feet short they are?
When I measured it off of our GIS map, I think it was 186 feet.
So it's really like 14 feet.
Yep.
Okay, that's, yeah, I understand that.
You said it's
thing.
building to building.
Yep.
Yeah.
The
So
closest
brick to
point of
brick.
the building, the closest point of the building.
Yeah, but then as he shared, their front door is on the other side of the building and stuff like that.
Yeah, but-
But the parking lot is where it is,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I'm following that.
Yeah.
We-
But the front door and all that stuff, none of that.
Understood.
It doesn't matter.
Right, we're making a determination of 14 feet is what we're making. a
Well, you're
determination
just saying that they can get closer to, and the council still has to approve this.
Right.
There'll still be another public meeting for them
of. Sure,
to get the license. This is merely a zoning aspect of it.
yeah,
Because there's another part of the ordinance, it's not in the zoning ordinance, but it's in the, another part of the code of Decatur that does this again. I forget what chapter it is, but maybe chapter 2.
It's an alcohol section.
It's an alcohol section,
Yeah.
so there's a whole, this ordinance is in 2 different spots. They're just dealing with the zoning part of it first.
understood. And so is it a zoning, so we're not changing from B2 to anything else, it's just saying that if approved, we will be prompting a waiver, relaxing the requirement of 200 feet.
Yeah, as far as the zoning board is concerned.
Yes.
But then it goes to the city
Then it
council
goes to
for
the
a
council.
final
City
approval.
council will decide about the alcohol part of it.
Right, whether they'll actually let them
Okay,
do it or not.
gotcha. That
I guess
helps.
regardless of what the board says.
Right.
Right,
Kind of the chicken or the egg thing.
but if we said no, would it go to the city council?
They can still ask. You can ask anything.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But if we say yes, then they could still say no.
Well, maybe not, because I couldn't approve their alcohol verification as a something permitted because of the distance shortage. And they have to get an approval from the zoning department to go forward in their application process.
They
So
can't take
probably
it to the
wouldn't go
council.
for it.
Okay.
Right. They can't even take it to the council until they get
Right.
that distance requirement.
Right, I guess, unless there's
Satisfied.
some
I think
other
that's right.
avenue for them to go down.
Yeah.
What's do you have knowledge or a memory as far as what what the city in the past has done?
Typically, if they've got one that's too short,
Yeah.
that they'll
We can.
actually make them put up a barrier of some
Open
sort.
meeting law.
They've done that a couple times, made them build a fence,
Well, that could come up.
grass wall, that's what the council does. But I don't know if they'll be able to do that in this place. 'cause
No, so
it's
this all asphalt lot.
Yeah, the highway's there.
Yeah, and you can't do anything, yeah.
So I'm not sure how they would approach that. I guess it would be based off
Yeah,
who had the most,
Yeah.
who squealed the most, I
yeah.
guess.
But he is exactly across the corner, of a four-corner thing where the person, competition-wise, if you will,
Right,
is able to have a business that this person is not able to partake in.
right.
Because they both sell gasoline and stuff like that,
I
so.
guess,
No, I'm
They
just
don't
thinking about the
always,
competitive.
even with barricades, let it, I remember we had a big discussion about one at the church where that Union Hall used to be next to Westgate Shopping Center and a store in Westgate. sell alcohol, and it was back-to-back buildings, and there was a huge argument that went on for months and months and months, and I think that it just finally stopped. I don't think that it ever came to a conclusion, but it, you know, that one, there was talk about building a fence, and it didn't work there.
Understood. Okay. Thank you for the opportunity.
All right, 13, temporary seasonal business to sell produce. We have approved this one in the past.
We have.
I think for years and years and years.
Yep.
After the farmer's market is no longer an option.
Right. He has all the documentation,
Yep.
approval.
The yellow tags. Yes.
All right, 14, is wanting to put a shed on the side of the house, not behind it, based on lot size. It is kind of a
It's an odd-shaped lot.
odd-shaped lot.
Do you know where the front of the house is,
It's facing Columbia Circle.
facing Columbia Circle?
Yeah, so the little shed thing, if you see my cursor on the screen there, it's kind of right there. You know, here's the house.
Yeah. Oh,
And
okay,
it's kind of right, it's right in this area.
okay. It's fenced in too.
No, not yet. At least I hadn't seen it as.
Yeah, I drove by this afternoon. I thought the whole lot was fenced in now on the backside. Maybe I was looking at the wrong one. Okay,
Case 12. Looking for rear yard setbacks and front yard setbacks. Looks like they have double front yard setbacks
right.
because of being on the
Penny
corner.
Lane.
Again, an odd shaped lot. And to add on to the house.
Right.
So where is the front door on this one?
Right where it says sidewalk.
Oh, yep. Okay, so this would be
They'll be adding
on
to the.
the end of the house, basically.
And in doing so, they'll exceed that 40-foot building line.
All right. 16, there's a setback to do a patio. It's like no opportunities for anything behind them. All right. 17 is a rear yard setback. For renovations of an existing building. Am I understanding right, not adding anything to the
Right.
property itself, or to the building itself, just renovating? All right, and then we have 18, which is new. I think everybody has a copy of it. It's changing, allowing a residential on a B1 property. Y'all have any questions about any of these before we start?
I did not ask mine when I was going through. I did not ask mine when I was going
Okay.
through, so I'm good, thank you.
All right. We have a few minutes.
When you talk about meeting,
We will get started. The Board of Zoning Adjustments of the City of Decatur is now in session. You are before the Board of Zoning Adjustments today seeking special considerations to an ordinance based on special conditions, or the little enforcement of an ordinance will result in an unnecessary hardship for you, or there's been an error in the enforcement of the ordinance. It will require 4 favorable votes from the board to approve any request presented today. We do only have 4 members present, so it will require unanimous yeses for you to be approved. You have the option of having your case heard today, or you can table your case until next month when we should have 5 members. So I will ask each of you when you come up if you would like to proceed or to table it until next month. Please come forward when your name is called and state your name and address and what you want this board to do. All cases will be called in the docketed order. After your case has been heard and decided, you are free to leave. Please call the roll.
Charles Taylor,
Here.
Dolly Stevens. Here. Delane Dean,
Here.
Stephen Thomas.
Here.
Are there any corrections to the minutes of last month's meeting?
No correction.
Move to approve the minutes as written.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, so approved. Many of you are here for administrative offices for businesses. There's the same questions we basically asked of all of you, so I'm going to run through some things dealing with administrative offices, just so we don't have to state them over and over and over. Employees, you may have employees, but they may not come to your house to show up for work unless they already live at your house. So you have to meet your employees off-site or at the job site or those type of things. Signs are permissible. You can have your business name, your phone number, your social media, but you cannot have your home address listed on your advertising signs. Customer traffic, customers cannot come to your home to place orders, pick up orders, shop, whatever it is that you're providing. Storage of inventory and supplies. We will ask you, if it's a landscaping business, if you have typical landscaping equipment that a normal homeowner would have. We're not looking for people to have cranes in their front yard, those type of things. Deliveries to your home, again, it should be normal deliveries, UPS, post office, FedEx, not 18-wheelers showing up on a residential street to deliver, truckloads of things to you. So, again, that's just kind of to have to not ask each of you the same exact questions. I think that is it, so call the first case, please.
Case number 1, application appeal of Julio Alvarez for determination as use permitted on appeal section 2510 of the zoning orders to have an administrative office for a tree trimming business located at 409 6th Avenue Southwest. Property is located in an R3 single-family zoning district. Mr. Alvarez. Oh, no Alvarez.
Well,
We will call that one again at the end of the meeting. Case number 2.
Application appeal of Shania Nicholas for determination as permitted on appeal section 2510 of the zoning orders to have an administrative office for a online press-on nail business located at 426 Clearview Street Southwest. Property is located in an R2 single-family zoning district. Nicholas? Over that podium there.
State your name and address and what you were looking for us to do.
I'm Shanae Nicholas. I live at 426 Clearview Street in Decatur, Alabama. And I'm looking to open, online press-on customized nails.
Okay. And because we are streaming online, give the public an opportunity to send email questions to BOZA questions@decatur-al.gov. For those of y'all in here, you're going to hear that said 18 times today. So, all right. Is this Color Street or something similar to Color Street nails that you're doing?
It's kind of like that, but it's for press-on people who can't go and just get their nails done, and people who, when I came up to file for my business license, a girl up there, she was like, well, I can't wear nails. So for, on the weekends, if they want to do some press-ons, they can do that.
But you're not actually applying them?
No.
Okay.
No, it's through Etsy. I have people on Facebook who request it, and that's why I looked into doing it. But I'm in cosmetology school now, and I graduate in December.
Mr. Baker is listed as the property owner. Is he aware that you're doing this?
Yes, he is.
Okay, and you have his permission to do this?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Other questions from the board?
I do not have one.
And you heard the spiel about you can't have customers come to your house and...
Yes, I will send them a kit to size themselves.
Okay,
Like just for the press on, it's like a sizing kit. And I send it to them, and then they email me the sizes, and then I go from there.
okay.
Great.
And inventory will be minimal and...
Yeah, just as needed, yeah.
As needed.
And they don't
Good.
take up much room.
Right, no.
All right.
It can't take up much room. I have 4 children, so.
Oh, wow. All right. Any comments from the public, either in person or through email? Comments from the building department?
No comment.
Comments from the planning department?
No comments.
Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I offer motion to approve the request from Ms. Nichols.
Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Charles Taylor,
Yes.
Charles Stevens.
Yes.
Delane Dean.
Yes.
Stephen Thomas.
Yes.
You've been approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh.
See this lady right here.
Case number 3, application appeal Allen L. Coleman Jr. for determination as use permitted on appeal. Section 2510 of the zoning ordinance have an administrative office for a courier business located at 1401 19th Avenue Southeast, Department 5. Property is located in an R4 multifamily zoning district.
State your name and address and what you would ask us to do for you.
Alan L. Coleman Jr., address 1401 19th Avenue Southeast, Apartment 5, Decatur, Alabama, 35601.
Okay.
I would like to apply for a business license for a courier business. I've been in the process with the Small Business Development Center. I seen there was opportunity for a transportation business since Decatur is part of a hub zone in Section 8, so I've been working with them. And right now I'm in the process, well, from the steps of they helping me, this is where I'm at right now.
Okay. Questions from the public can be emailed to bozaquestions@decatur-al.gov. Questions from the board?
How will you get your customers?
Oh, that would be with a dashboard. I've been researching how they do it through what they call a database of dashboard with different shippings and courier companies as such. And right now it was that, but I'm also in the process of talking with the state, the Alabama Department of Transportation, and as well as the U.S. Department of Transportation, because there's an opportunity with rural routes that I guess they trying to put more minority business into. So I've been contacting them as well as waiting on folks, but since the pandemic, a lot of people are working from home, so a lot of those emails haven't been answered.
So, Mr. Coleman?
Yes.
Reading, you mentioned that you were looking for us with a license, but are you asking us to use one room in your home as the office, or are you saying that you're trying to do the business? Because if it's the business, my question is, how big, vehicles, trucks, or whatever are you doing with your courier business? I'm missing that link.
It'd be the business, because I just got a letter from, I guess, the city, last week, saying while I live in a townhouse, they can't approve, which is fine. I talked to them, but I came here today to tell you that I have talked to the UPS store, and they do mailboxes for businesses since it's transportation, and I asked them how do they go about it, and they told me that what I have to do is I have to apply for a mailbox. And I said that's fine. I just wanted to make sure that y'all knew that I was moving it from the townhouse where I live at to the UPS store mailbox, which is, what they say, it's reliable to use as a transfer because it's just packages can go in and out. So that's why I was, letting y'all know that I did receive the letter, so that's why I was coming to address that, because I just got it this past Thursday, last week.
All right.
The administrative office is still gonna be at the house. The equipment and the inventory, for lack of a better word, will be off-site. So it's like the administrative office being at a house and they use a storage building for the equipment.
Okay.
So it'll
Okay.
still be the same address, same request. He's just saying that the packages won't be coming through there, so
Sure.
that's fine.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
Not
that,
changing anything.
that was my misunderstanding. You're looking for an administrative office in your home. Okay, thank you. That I understand now.
All right, any other questions from the board?
And you'll pick up your packages to be delivered from the customer, they won't be coming to you with the
Right.
package?
Correct,
Okay, they will not be coming to you.
correct.
Right.
Comments from the public? You'll come up and state your name and address for the record.
You'll step back to give her some room.
I'm Lisa Chadwell. I'm the manager at Granada Apartments and Townhomes where he resides. And I guess my concern is with our article number 5 in our lease, it states that use of premises, said premises are not, or any part thereof shall not be used or occupied for, and then it doesn't apply to him, nor for any trade, business, nor for any purpose that will increase the rate of insurance thereon. So I guess my concern is with him having this courier service on the property and what all that entails. Will that make insurance and that kind of thing, what kind of trucks, some of the things that you asked, delivery, traffic, that kind of thing coming in and out, because they are all adjoined, the townhomes. It's not like a single dwelling townhome. There are 12 in that line that are connected.
What I think I have heard, correct me, is there'll be no deliveries or traffic to the townhouse. That will all go in and out through the mailbox at the UPS store. Are you
Okay.
using your personal vehicle to do your deliveries?
Oh, no, I'm working on a truck.
Okay.
So, yeah, at the moment I'm working on a van. That's but yeah, I wouldn't have no packages coming to the house.
And I mean, is there gonna be more than one vehicle are you gonna have? Because
it's
you know,
just
we
one.
only have 2 assigned parking places for each townhome.
Right.
The way I understand this, though, the Board of Zoning Adjustments can grant a business, not a business license, a use of one-room administrative office for a business, but if there's anything between the landlord and the owner of the business, that's between y'all. It's nothing that we can do.
Right, I understand that.
So even if we grant him permission,
Right,
y'all may say he can't do it anyway.
Right.
So,
right,
it's, okay.
right. That was just my concern with insurance purposes and things like
We
that
don't
being
know
on our
about
property,
that.
yeah.
Probably your best course of action is go over with him his business model. And so far, what he's doing, he's gonna run a room was taking phone calls and doing paperwork.
Right.
Right.
Yeah,
The adverse impact would be little, but I'd go over with his business model and make sure that it fits your thoughts about what needs to happen or not needs to happen.
right. I think, well, in the lease agreement, it just states across the board, no business whatsoever, and that just kind of eliminates any question on what I can and what I can't do, you know? So, and I understand that y'all are not. My question, you know, was, is it just rezoning for just a room in that townhome? It's not gonna rezone the area?
And it's not rezoning.
No, no,
We're
it's
not
not.
rezoning anything. It's just granting the use of one room as an administrative office. Basically, somebody use a computer and
Right.
paperwork.
Okay.
within a residential.
Filing cabinet.
Okay.
Yes, it is not rezoning his townhouse to a business.
Okay, that was my question, thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Any other comments from the public? Comments from the building department? Comments from the planning department?
No comment.
Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the request by Mr. Coleman.
Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Colin Stevens,
Yes.
Lane Dean.
Yes.
Stephen Thomas.
Yes.
Charles Taylor.
Yes. Good luck.
Case number 4.
Case number 4, application to appeal John M. Peterson for a determination as use permitted on appeal section 2510 of the zoning ordinance to have administrative office for an industrial training business located at 1530 Fieldstone Circle Southwest. Property is located in R5, single-family patio home zoning district.
Good afternoon. John Peterson, 1530 Fieldstone Circle, indicator.
Okay.
Nature of my business, industrial training. My plan is to go to an industrial site or construction site, look at the mobile equipment that they have, like I'm certified to teach overhead cranes, forklifts, man lifts, scissor lifts, things like that, mobile equipment. Look at their equipment, look at the unique hazards that they have, and develop a training program and deliver it on that site.
I'm sorry, okay.
So I'm looking to have an office in the house. I do not own the house. I do have permission from the homeowner to do that.
Thank you.
All right. Questions from the public can be sent to bozaquestions@decatur-al.gov. You answered my question, is what exactly it was industrial training. Other questions from the board?
No question.
My plan is to make workers not only compliant with government regulations, but also get them to where they can get their job done safely and get back home again. So
But everything will be on site at,
it will not be at my house, no.
Right.
It'll be
Okay.
on whatever site hires me to do that.
okay.
Okay.
And you heard all of the customers can't come to your house.
I hope they don't.
They can't.
And Mr.
they
Peters, Mr. Peterson, if you expand and get employees, they cannot come to your home either and use your home as a meeting place.
I have not ruled out expansion, but that would become a brick and mortar building somewhere. If it comes to, having an office and a classroom and equipment on site that they can train with, but that would be in the future, somewhere down the road.
And you could have employees. You
Yes.
know, if you find people that are skilled in, training something that you need, they just can't show up to your house. They can meet you at a job site or at,
Right now, I'm the only employee.
Okay.
any other questions from the board?
Not from me.
Comments from the public? Comments from the building department?
No comments.
Comments from the planning department?
No comment.
Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair?
Second.
Collins.
Madam Chair, I offer a motion to approve the request from Mr. Peterson.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
Okay, please call the roll.
Lane Dean.
Yes,
Stephen Thomas.
Yes.
Charles Taylor.
Yes.
Colin Stevens.
Yes.
you have been approved.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you, you too. Case number 5.
Case number 5, application to appeal of Grant Lamar Bentley for determination as use permitted on appeal section 2510 of the zoning ordinance to have administrative office for a mobile auto detailing business located at 2820 Winthrop Drive Southwest. Property is located in the R2 Single Family Zoning District. Mr. Bentley.
Hello, my name is Grant Bentley, and I live at 2820 Winthrop Drive in Dunbarton subdivision, and I'm asking permission to have a mobile automobile detailing business with the administrative office at my residence.
Okay. Questions from the public can be sent to bozaquestions@decatur-al.gov. Were you here at the beginning to hear
Yes, ma'am.
the do's and don'ts? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, questions from the board?
What kind of equipment do you have?
Just basically a pressure washer and lots of bags that have everything organized, and everything is kept in my garage. I have a 2-car garage, so basically just standard washes and waxes, window cleaner,
Okay.
just normal car washing stuff.
Transport that with a
In my
truck
SUV,
or-
I have an SUV.
Okay,
yes, sir.
SUV, okay.
Yes, sir.
Advertising on your SUV?
No, sir.
I mean, you can, you just can't have the address on there.
Okay,
so.
okay. Didn't know that.
And again, you can't bring your customers' cars, back to your house
I do understand that.
to do that, so it all needs to be off-site from your premises.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Mr. Bentley, how do you advertise so that people will know to use your service?
Well, word of mouth and business cards is kind of my,
Thing you're getting?
is the thing I'm going to start out with doing. I would like to be able to, put a magnet on my car or something if possible.
Okay.
But basically, I go by word of mouth because I'm
That's
pretty
good.
good at it, and I try to take pride in it, and hoping that'll, be a good word of mouth on it.
Okay.
And you can have the magnet.
Yeah.
You can have your name, your number, your email,
There's no
your
address.
Facebook, Instagram. It just can't have your address.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
the business cards as well, you cannot have the
No
address,
address.
any type of advertising.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Any other questions from the board? Comments from the public? Comments from the building department?
No comments.
Comments from the planning department?
No comments.
Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Move to approve Mr. Bentley's request for administrative office.
Is there a second? Second. Please call the roll.
Stephen Thomas,
Yes.
Charles Taylor,
Yes.
Blaine Dean,
Yes.
Alice Stevens.
Yes.
Been approved.
Thank you so much.
All right, case number 6, application appeal Brandon Creighton for a determination as use permit on appeal of section 2510 of the zoning ordinance to have administrative office for a cleaning business located at 310 Cedar Lake Road, Southwest property, or apartment B2, property is located in an R4 multifamily residential zone district.
Hey, how y'all doing? My name is Brandon Creighton. I live at 310 Cedar Lake Road, apartment B2. And I'm looking to start a cleaning service.
All right, questions from the public can be sent to BOZA questions at decatur-al.gov. Were you here at the beginning of the meeting?
Yes,
When I
ma'am.
talked about employees and signs and...
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Questions from the board?
To do your cleaning business, you'll need cleaning supplies. Where will those be?
I have a storage building behind my unit that's assigned to me
Okay,
that I plan on keeping my cleaning supplies.
okay.
And I was going to use, I have an extra room in my townhouse that I plan on using for like office space, like a laptop, scheduling board, just somewhere to organize scheduling and just business equipment and
Okay,
materials.
sure.
Understood that? Okay.
Employees,
No, I plan on starting,
on your own.
yeah. Plan on starting out by myself, potentially growing and getting employees,
Sure.
growing my business.
Just remember, they can't report to the townhome. They have to report at the job site once you get to that point.
Yes, sir.
Other questions from the board?
I do not.
Comments from the public? Comments from the building department?
No comments.
Comments from the planning department?
No comments.
Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I offer motion to approve the request from Mr. Creighton to use one room in his home for a cleaning business.
Is there a
Office
second?
administrative office.
Second,
Please call the roll.
Charles Taylor,
yes.
Alice Stevens,
Yeah.
Blaine Dean,
Yes.
Stephen Thomas.
Yes.
Been approved.
George Rodriguez.
Case number 7, application appeal of George F. Rodriguez for determination as use permit on appeal section 2510 of the zoning ordinance to have administrative office for a concrete business located at 1913 Patterson Street Southwest. Property is located in the R2 Single Family Zoning District.
My name is Jorge Rodriguez, and I want to use one of my rooms for the office for my concrete businesses.
Okay, will you state your address?
1913 Patterson Street, Southwest,
Okay.
Decatur, Alabama.
Questions from the public can be emailed to bozaquestions@decatur-al.gov. Were you here at the beginning of the meeting? We
Yes.
talked about signs and employees.
Yes.
Questions from the board?
Mr. Rodriguez, for your concrete business, is this laying, or I guess, concrete work type business that you're doing?
Yes.
Okay. All right. And I guess your advertisement for your business, do you?
Yes, I do with the business cards
Okay,
and wear them out,
okay, thank you.
What kind of equipment will you have?
I will have the ski skier. All my equipment will be rental.
Okay,
I'll rent the equipment.
as needed?
As
Just for
needed,
each
yeah,
job?
okay.
Okay. All right. Any other questions from the board?
Nope.
Comments from the public? Comments from the building department?
No comments.
Comments from the planning department? Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the request by Mr. Rodriguez.
Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Colin Stevens? Yeah. Elaine Dean?
Yes.
Stephen Thomas?
Yes.
Charles Taylor?
Yes.
It's been approved.
Thank you.
Case number 8.
Application appeal Rika Robinson for determination as use permitted on appeal section 2510 of the zoning ordinance to have administrative office for an income tax business located at 629 15th Place Northwest. Property is located in an R4 multifamily zoning district.
My name is Rika Robinson, and I'm at 629 15th Place Northwest, and I'm looking for permission to have a one-room administrative office for my tax services.
Okay. Questions from the public can be emailed to bozaquestions@decatur-al.gov. How are you going to get your customers, and how are you going to communicate with them since they can't come to your house?
Everything is remote. I have Zoom, sending pictures nowadays. I've been researching the IRS. As long as everything is clear and I have the records, they can simply send a picture, take a picture with their phone, send it through email, text message. I have printer, scanner, fax, everything at home. I have 3 employees. I have 2 in Georgia. My actual tax software mentor, she's in Birmingham, so everyone is away from me. I'm new to the area, so I've been using like marketing events, like we're doing a trunk or treat. We're feeding the homeless in Huntsville. So the one associate that I do have here in Decatur, she's basically just helps me like at those, events with setting up and everything. I market. I have a sign on my car, social media, as well as business cards.
But no address.
No address,
Okay.
no ma'am.
And you could meet your customers at their house?
Yes, ma'am. We have masks, we got,
Okay.
swag
They just
bags,
can't-
all of that.
They
Yes,
just
ma'am.
can't come to yours?
No, ma'am.
Other questions from the board?
Good to have you in the area.
Thank you.
Comments from the public? Comments from the building department?
Comments.
Comments from the planning department? Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Stephen Thomas?
Yes.
Charles Taylor?
Yes.
Elaine Dean?
Yes,
Colin Stevens?
Yes.
you have been approved.
Oh, thank you.
Welcome to Decatur.
Thank you.
All right, case number 9 has been tabled until the November meeting, so please call case number 10.
Application appeal of Kendra Orr for determination as use permitted on appeal section 2510 of the zoning ordinance to have to have an online business selling miscellaneous products located at 311 11th Avenue Northwest. Property is located in an R3 single-family zoning district.
My name is Kendra Orr, and I am starting a online marketplace.
State your address, please, for the
Oh, I'm
record.
sorry, 311 11th Avenue, Decatur, Alabama, 35601.
Okay.
And I'm starting an online marketplace, so I just wanted to use a room for an office. I won't have any product because a marketplace is where other people come to sell their product. So it's a platform for other people to sell their product, kind of like Etsy, Amazon, stuff like that. So it's basically everything I will do will be electronic, pretty much.
Questions from the public can be emailed to bozaquestions@decatur-al.gov. Questions from the board?
Your application listed a Huntsville address initially, and then it was scratched through and there's a Decatur address. Have you recently moved to Decatur?
No, I lived in Decatur all my life. I have another business, but it's in Huntsville, so that's what I thought they were asking for.
Okay.
So, but yeah.
And there's a different name, a property owner. Are they aware of that? And do you have their approval to have an administrative office in this house?
Yes, it's my grandparents' house, and they
Okay.
passed, so I just, live in the house.
Sorry for your loss.
And were you here at the beginning when I talked about employees and advertising and?
Yes, ma'am.
So everything is online? No,
Yeah, all
no
my-
inventory, no shipping?
Yeah, because I'm just running the platform where they can sell on, so they'll have their products
Right.
and ship them up and stuff. I'm just doing the behind the scenes, the electronic
You're just
part.
hosting the
Yeah, hosting
the-
yeah, right, exactly.
website, basically.
Yep, that's it.
All right. Any other questions from the board?
No.
Comments from the public? Comments from the building department?
This just is for administrative office, correct?
Administrative office is the way I'm looking at this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comments from the planning department? Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I offer motion to approve the request from Ms. Orr to have an administrative office at the location of 311 11th Avenue Northwest, one room.
Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Collis Stevens,
Yeah.
Elaine Dean,
Yes.
Stephen Thomas.
Yes.
Charles Taylor.
Yes.
Case number 11.
Case 11, application appeal of Michael Manning for a 4-foot lot width variance from section 2510.102F at 1407 8th Street Southeast, property located in an R3 single-family zoning district.
How y'all doing? I'm Jason Barrett. I do have Mr. Manley's permission to represent him. I'm the listing agent.
Okay. If you'll state the address for the record.
Yeah, it's 1407 8th Street.
No, your
Southeast.
address.
Oh, mine. 230 Perkins Wood Road, Hartselle, 35640.
All right, questions from the public can be sent to bozaquestions@decatur-al.gov. All right, we have it here, but tell us what you are asking.
Yeah, so we had a local builder, interested in the lot. And so they said, I gave them the dimensions. The width is 46 feet. And they said they contacted you guys. It has to be 50 feet. So they wanted Mr. Manley to file for a zone variance. So that's what we're doing to have the permission to build. So basically, they said they would make an offer on the lot if the zone variance was approved. So.
Mr. Manley, you are, as you stated, you are the list. Mr. Manley, you state that you are the listing agent.
Yeah, I'm Mr. Barrett.
Barrett.
I represent Mr. Manley, yes, sir.
Barrett, okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Barrett, you mentioned that you are the listing agent on this, and should the approval be granted, the builder would still be required to be in compliance with all of the city's building ordinance. This is just to allow the 46 feet so that the property, from what you're sharing with us, can be sold
Yes,
as
sir.
a property that can be built upon?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay, any other questions from the board?
I'm good.
Comments from the public? If you'll come up front and state your name and address.
If you'll
You'll step back just a little bit.
Sorry?
6 feet.
My name is Glenda Knighton, and I own the property at 1407, 8th Street Southeast. And my concern is what 4 feet variance is he asking for?
The lot size, and our legal folks and building folks will correct me, is 50 feet is required, 50 feet width is required to build a house on in Decatur. And that lot is only 46 feet. So they are asking permission to be able to use that lot as a place to build a house. The house would still have to be within limits and, you know, distance from the lot lines and size and all of that, but it's simply to allow them to use a 46-foot lot as a building site versus the 50-foot that's required.
Allow them to get a building permit.
Okay, so he's not asking for more land. He's
No.
just
No.
asking to.
Permission to build on that lot,
46.
being that it's a little smaller than
Okay,
the
that's-
required 50 feet.
Correct.
Okay, that was my question. If they were trying to get 4 more extra people,
No,
where's
no.
it coming from? Okay, that was my question. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other comments from the public? Comments from the building department?
No comments.
Comments from the planning department? Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion? Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Blaine Dean.
Yes,
Stephen Thomas.
Yes.
Charles Taylor.
Yes.
Charles Stevens.
Yes.
it's been approved.
Thank you.
Case 12, application to appeal Neri Badham for Frontier Inc., requesting a variance from section 25(9.12) in order to sell beer and table wine located at 101 6th Avenue Southeast. Property is located in a B2 General Business District.
Before you state your name, since we're about halfway through, I'm going to restate that it takes 4 favorable votes to be approved, and we only have 4 members here. So if you would like to table your case until next month, when we should have 5, you are able to do so. So, like, state your name and address.
My name is Singhi Reddy Karunakar, and address is 101 6th Avenue in Decatur, 35601.
Okay. What was your name again?
Singhi Reddy Karunakar,
Okay, you are not the applicant.
and Nari Badam is my partner, yes.
Okay.
And I just noticed the application, the copy I have has not been signed, there's no signature,
He has to come.
but if he's here, he can sign them.
Yeah.
If it's,
Yes.
Formalities to get
oh
that.
yeah, just formality, that's all, yes. Legality.
Who wants to sign it?
We need
Mr.
Mr.
Badham or.
Adam and
the
the representative both
Well,
to.
there's one on there.
Is it scratched through?
Who was that that signed it the first time? Yash? Yeah, he backed out, didn't he?
Yeah, he back.
Okay. Yeah, that's sign right there.
Sign right here, sure.
Yep, right there on the signature line. There you go. All right.
Thank you.
Okay, now, if you'll, you've stated your name, you've stated your address, if you will tell us again what you are asking us to do.
Karunakar Singhi Reddy, 101 6th Avenue, we have a field zone indicator. We've been there since 2007 as a convenience store and gas station, and we wanted to convert a gas station into a liquor store. Because, there is several other bigger gas stations came in since last 7, 8 years, 9 years. We've been kind of fighting to do business there because Walmart and Mopco came in, so the gas station is not doing great. So we thought maybe liquor store might help us.
From what I understand, you were less than 200 feet building to building from the church across the street from you.
That is on the Johnson Street side, or, yeah.
Right. All right, questions from the public can be sent to bozaquestions@decatur-al.gov. So I have questions from the board.
So the plan, your business model, is now that you're going to stop selling gasoline and become a full-fledged just liquor store, is what I am interpreting that you're saying.
Yeah, we can still sell the liquor, but the only thing is under 21 is not allowed in the store when we go to liquor store. We already have a beer and wine in the store, cigarettes, but the only thing will change is, under 21 is not allowed. We don't have that kind of a crowd, either,
Oh, that's different then. Okay, so you already have a beer and wine license,
Yes, sir.
and you're selling
We wanted to-
gasoline, but you're now proposing to become a liquor store, like an ABC store then?
Yeah, liquor, sell liquor.
So sell liquor, yes,
Yes.
okay.
So that's different from
That's
what we.
right. That's, thank you.
I guess we missed where you was actually wanting to sell liquor.
Yeah, entire store.
Yeah, where it's actually, you advertise it as beer and wine, but you say you're already selling beer and wine.
Yeah, we've been already there for the last 13 years.
Well, was it, well, see, and I'm all confused on how did we end up selling beer and wine if we're less than 200 feet away?
Yeah.
I thought you wasn't selling anything there at all there.
No, we have already been in business there for the last 13
I didn't
years.
realize that you was even selling beer and wine there.
Yeah, we have a license.
The way I understood it, that it was a new request.
Oh, I didn't know we changed it to. Request was actually for the liquor store.
Have you ever appeared before Board of Zoning Adjustments to ask for a variance in order to sell beer and wine?
Oh, yes.
Within 200 feet of the church?
Not previously, but
Because I think you actually gotta be 500, don't you, to sell liquor?
I think so. And I think, as a practical matter, because this was not advertised for the right thing, the application's not correct, that would have to be corrected, and I would have to check. Changing a liquor license probably would not come,
To
that
us.
might go directly to the council.
Yeah.
Because it's not a question of the distance, the initial, going from nothing to something, changing the type of liquor license. The distance changes, and I don't think it's in the purview of BOZA to make that change. I think that would have to be done at council level. The beer and wine, I got while we were doing it, but I think he's actually asking for something different than what's on the application. So he needs to do an application that asks the right thing, and in the meantime, we'll see if that's actually something that he can do here, which I'm 75% sure he can't. I think he'll have to go straight to council, but I'd have to check that.
Understood.
I don't have my law book with me.
Yeah, that's,
Yeah. Sound like a plan?
I think that we're gonna have to, if that's something that he's gonna, it seems like that Yassa, what was his name? Yes?
oh, my name is Karnataka.
No, the other guy that applied originally.
Yeah, yes, we
I think-
actually sold it to
I think he
him last
originally
month.
told us that
so
he wanted the beer and wine, and that his application that he sent to Sal at the Revenue Department was a new and not a transfer.
Yeah.
So
actually-
once it's a new, that means you're starting over from scratch, which even to sell beer and wine, he would have to have this. Now, how he got it before?
Yeah, We sold
Maybe
it.
it was a misinterpretation of what the code says, because the code's got a lot in there about being across a 4-lane highway and this and the
Right.
other. So it's all.
Yeah, actually, we sold it to him last month, but he walked out of the business, so, we stuck with that again.
Oh,
So the way I understand it, they were gonna sell it to somebody else. This somebody else was gonna apply for, well, they wanted to apply for the alcohol license or the liquor store license, and we couldn't grant it because it wasn't allowed, because it was outside of the square footage or within, whichever. And then they backed out. Is that
Yes,
correct?
yes,
They backed out.
they
So
backed
then, now you want to proceed forward. We already have an off-premise beer and wine license.
Yes, sir.
And you want to apply for a liquor license or a package store license at that location.
Yes,
So I think that's what happened.
Okay.
So somebody else was gonna buy it, they backed out, and they
But the
decided-
the liquor store doesn't meet the square footage requirements or something. Is that an ABC thing? So we may not even need to be here, because if he's already got the beer and wine license, it's a matter of
Yes, sir, he
the
has a beer
actual
and wine license, yeah, if he's gonna apply for the
liquor.
liquor, then.
It's a different deal altogether. According, I think, what Chip's
I
saying.
think that's a council question, I don't think that's a vote.
yes.
Okay. All right. We all
I can
clear?
tell you for sure tomorrow, but we can't grant what's on the application because it says beer and wine on the application and it's already got that. So we can either table it for them or tell him to do a new application. In the meantime, we'll have to look and see if it even comes to BOZA, because I don't think it does.
What I think I am hearing is we need for you to fill out a new application for what you guys are requesting, and then the powers that be will decide if you need to come here or if that will go straight to the city council
Yeah,
for that.
great.
I guess that's my question too, what if it doesn't even go through BOZA, just the council, and that's fine, but.
Well, I'm gonna have to look tomorrow, I'm 99% sure he goes straight to the council, but I'll have to, unless you've got the law on you. What they're talking about. Well, the application does say liquor license, but it was still advertised for,
Well, that's what just did. Recently we were talking to,
so the first guy asked for a liquor
the first
license.
guy, it was somebody that was getting that, and it was a new
Yes, sir.
instead of a transfer. So that's what bumped it over to this, just to sell beer and wine. And that's what he had said.
Right.
We had a couple different conversations on that.
Yeah, see, I think what they're asking for is not what we advertised, so we gotta take another
Yeah.
run at it.
Yeah.
And I don't think it'll be here, I think it'll be straight to the council, but I can't say that for sure. I'll have to go get my book. And even if he could do it today, that's not what was advertised, so we couldn't hear it today.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
We just need to get the paperwork and the advertisement
Right.
and
Everything in
where you
agreement.
need to present it to all to line up.
Okay.
So,
Thank you.
thank you.
All right, thanks.
So this one's tabled or
This one is
Dismissed.
dismissed?
dismissed because it will become a new case
Correct.
regardless of where it goes.
Okay, do we need a motion for the dismissal? Okay,
Do I have a motion to dismiss?
Madam Chair, a motion to dismiss.
Do I have a second?
Second.
So moved. Case number 13. Oh, please call the roll.
Oh, where am I at? Stephen Thomas,
Yes on the motion to dismiss.
Charles Taylor,
Yes.
Carlos Stevens. Yes. Elaine Davis.
Yes,
All right.
it is dismissed.
13, application field Jackie Letson for use permitted on field section 25-110A in order to have a temporary business to sell produce at 214 6th Avenue Southeast, property located in the B2 General Business District.
Right.
If you guys want to sit anywhere there's a yellow tag is legal to sit. There's a few up front.
539 County Road 245, Moulton, Alabama. I come before y'all again for a
State your name.
seasonal. Jackie Letson. I come before y'all again to ask for seasonal, to be able to sell seasonal produce at Penn's Hamburger.
All right, questions from the public can be sent to BOZA questions at decatur-al.gov. It's just for the record, you have done this for years and years.
Yes, ma'am.
And this is not in competition with the farmer's market. It is
No, ma'am.
after the farmer's market is
Yes,
not
ma'am.
in service anymore. And will end when it opens back up.
Yes, ma'am.
Other questions from the board?
Yep, so familiar with them.
Familiar with this one?
Yeah.
Comments from the public? I guess also for the record, we have written permission from Pins, and you have their permission for customers to use their facilities as needed.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, comments from the building department?
Comments?
Comments from the planning department? Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve Mr. Letson's request?
Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Charles Taylor?
Yes.
Charles Stevens?
Yes.
Lane Dean?
Yes.
Stephen Thomas?
Yes.
Thank y'all.
Welcome back.
May y'all be blessed and may the Lord take care of you through all this.
Case 14.
Case number 14, application Bill Stacy Brown in order to replace an accessory structure in the front yard from section 2521 located at 1430 Columbia Circle Southeast. Property is located in that is not right, is it? Yeah, it is. Or for a multifamily zoning district. Brown.
Coming up. Good.
In traffic.
Hi, my name is Stacy Brown. I live at 430 Columbia Circle in Alabama. Just name, address, right where I live at?
Yes.
Yes, I just moved in to Decatur city limits, and I didn't know, because I've never lived in the city, so I didn't know about the ordinance and zoning. So I ended up buying that because of what was going on, COVID and stuff. I was living in a smaller house, and my kids have short attention span. I have 5 of them. So we moved into the city and into a bigger house. So when I brought that with me, like I said, I didn't know all the rules and regulations, and now I'm learning that. So when I moved it, I set it out front for as of right now, and then I got all this information. But even when I did get the information, like the way my house set up, which I have a picture just in case y'all don't know it.
While you're looking, questions from the public can be sent to BOZA questions at decatur-al.gov. Now, we have a drawing of the neighborhood. It looks like you have a pie-shaped lot that's,
I don't know, so that's my backyard. It's really nothing back there. It's just, it's not even maybe like 10 feet from the back of my house, so it's really not anywhere I can move it back like the guy showed me. But this is the side over here with behind the pool and all that. And that's all of ours in the front yard.
Is there a fence around the property?
Right now, and that's the, let me see. But right now it is, but the reason why I haven't.
I see it, Mr. Brown.
Okay, so I haven't done anything right now because I was waiting.
show Mr.
Oh, my bad. Back is back there. This is the side of the house. That's the structure right there.
Okay.
And there's only, like I said, there's only like 10 feet from the back of my house to the next property.
Now, here's the,
Yeah. So there's not much space back here. So that's why I have to apply for the zoning. But I want to move it either here or just move it back because like I haven't made a decision yet because like I said, I wanted to make sure that I could keep it first. If not, I'm gonna have to move it or sell it or something. So if I get approved, I want to move it here and then just rebuild the fence because it needs to be redone anyway. So that's what I'm trying to get because I can't move it to the back.
Because it's on the corner?
Yeah, it's a double front yard, so his front yard is there off of Wadsworth, so, you know, a setback line would be maybe somewhere behind the sidewalk where the actual property line's at. I don't know where the actual property line's at, just guessing. But usually it's right behind the sidewalk. So that's a front yard, so the front yard would extend all the way, there's like a invisible line that would extend back 25 feet, I think that's what R4 is. So that's a front yard, and then this is a front yard.
Right.
And then he's on a corner, so you go 20 feet this way and 20 feet this way off of that, and then draw a triangle, and then there's nothing that can be over 3.5 feet tall inside of that. So I don't think he's gonna be inside of that if he's talking about putting it behind this fence right here. But essentially, it would be in that front yard. You got two front yards.
Right,
So,
which hurts him.
I'm sorry. So it can't be bigger than 3 feet, you said?
Well, if you come off your property line corner, wherever that's at, it's called corner visibility, and the code says anything, if you go 20 feet in both directions off your corner,
Yeah.
and then draw a triangle, then anything inside that triangle can't be over 3.5 feet tall for corner visibility for somebody coming down the street. I know it sits way far off, but that's just the way it's
No,
going
no,
to
no,
be.
yeah, I got you.
So, that's just on that. So what we need to do is we need to see a survey of the property and determine, okay, this is where you can't put something. You can't build a fence taller than 3.5 feet. You can't put a bush or a shrub taller than 3.5 feet inside that little 20-foot triangle.
My question was, what here, I know there's another house there.
Yeah, at that point, your accessory structure can come 5 feet off of your property line. That's your rear
So
property
that-
line.
And it doesn't do anything with another house then, right? Like, cause I mean, like, cause like, I know that I wanna put it here,
Yeah,
like, right there in that corner.
yeah. You'd probably be all right right there.
Okay, so that's what.
Yeah, as long as you're 5 feet off that rear property line.
Okay.
And then what you're asking for is-
See, that's what I'm not understanding, because like, I know this is my rear property line, right?
That's your rear property, and there's a setback you're supposed to be of 5 feet off that property line with an accessory structure.
I got you, so just, cause it has to be 5 feet off this.
Right, right, right. And so you're putting it in the front yard, so you're asking for a waiver to be able to
Right,
put it in your front yard,
Yeah,
in this front yard.
yeah,
So-
see, and that's what I wasn't getting, because when was it,
It's probably me.
yeah, it was you. That's what I was trying to ask you. I know that it's weird how it's set, when I meant like put it in the back, like I meant put it over there on the side where it's showing.
Right, right.
So I'm good with that then?
Well, you're okay, but, see, you still had to have permission,
To
since
do
it's
it.
in this front yard setback area.
Okay.
Being that close to the road, you're still in that front yard setback area.
Right.
So you can't have an accessory structure sitting in front of the house,
Okay.
or in the side yards of the house.
Gotcha.
It's gotta be in the rear of the house.
Of the house, right.
So this isn't really in the rear, it's in the front, even though it doesn't look like it's in the front, but the way your lot's set up, it is.
Yeah.
And so, that's what you're asking for here. And so I guess the big thing is that if you've got a survey of your property, then at that point, when you get ready to move it from where it's at now, which is almost at the street Old Columbia Circle,
Mm-hmm.
when you get ready to move it behind your feet and rebuild it, let's come out and look at that and make sure that because it's not bigger than 200 square feet, is it?
I forgot, like, I brought it off somebody, so it was like, I wanna say it was, you didn't ask, I had it in my head, I should've wrote it down. But I wanna say it was 12 by 24.
Well, that's bigger than 200 square feet.
Yeah.
So at that point, you gotta have a permit to put it there. And then if you're gonna put power on it, you need an electrical permit and so forth and so on. So when you get ready to move, we'll need a survey.
Right.
You need to get your survey
So I
of your
need a-
property, and then show where you're gonna put it.
On the survey,
Yeah.
and then what else?
And then show where you're gonna put that building on your property. Just tell
Okay.
your land surveyor, hey, I wanna put it right here.
Mhm.
Make sure it's 5 foot off that rear. And then, you're asking for permission to put it in the front yard, but, basically you're gonna put it behind that fence there and then rebuild the fence.
Right.
And then we'll come out and look at that.
Right.
When you get it set up, there's gonna be a guy come out and look, make sure it's anchored properly, and they may have some questions, because you're gonna pull a building permit before you move it.
Right. So, I'm sorry, so what do I need to, so I need to get the survey?
Then
and
you get a
all that
survey,
done
and then
first.
come get a building permit.
Gotcha.
So we need to still, though,
Yeah.
approve putting it in that
In the-
area of.
Yeah, and the side.
I would make the motion that it's to approve an accessory structure in the front yard on the condition that it's behind the existing fence and complies with the other building requirements, setback requirements. And I think that would cover how far it's off the back, how far it is from everywhere else. And just not a legal description, but behind that fence would give a general description of where it was gonna be trucked, they were gonna try to fit it in, and then the building department would see if it meets all the
It
other
fits the other.
requirements.
Okay. Yes, before we get there, are there other questions from the board? Comments from the public? Comments from the building department?
I've exhausted them.
Comments from the planning department? All right, is there a motion to repeat what Chip said?
I believe he said that, Madam Chair, I offer motion to approve the request to move, for a shed to be built in the front yard behind the fence, behind the fence on the property, with the contingency that he talked to the building department for any final, I didn't catch the rest of your stuff.
Comply with the other setback requirements.
And comply with the other setback requirements. Thank you. I did reasonable.
Is there a second? You did good.
Second.
Please call the roll.
Delane Dean,
Yes.
Stephen Thomas.
Yes.
Did we have comments? Yeah, we did, didn't we? Okay. Charles Taylor?
Yes.
Colin Stevens?
Yes.
You have been approved to have a shed in your front yard,
Right, yeah.
but now you will get
Right,
with the building
building.
department and get a survey and,
One more quick question. What, he was talking about the, how far it needed to be from there? I'm pretty sure I'll be out the way back there, but but what did you say? It had to be from the corner? 5
feet from the rear property line.
I'm talking about, because he was talking about like up front. I'm not gonna put it up there. I'm just asking. He said from the road.
That corner?
That
Well,
corner.
he's saying it's basically behind your fence.
Right.
So you can build a fence all the way up to your property
It
line,
just can't be, but.
but you can't,
Because what I'm getting at was, when I redo the fence, since I know I'm approved for it,
yeah.
I was actually gonna take the fence all the way up and fence the whole yard in. Cause like I
Right.
have young kids and it's kinda close to the road. I'm trying to keep them
Right.
and any pets we have within that
Right,
yard.
you just gotta keep it on your property line, that's why you need survey.
Right.
Because nobody knows where their line is, it's an invisible line until you put those pins in the ground, you know where to pull it. So the best thing to do is get that survey, so we'll know where that is, and then when you move your building there, we'll know that it's at least behind the fence, it's off the rear property line 5 feet.
Okay.
And you got permission to put it in the front yard, which will be your backyard in reality, but.
And one other
so
question.
your
I probably
survey
should
will
do that.
determine
All right.
a lot of things.
Okay, so how long do I have? Cause I'm gonna get the survey. I'm gonna go talk to them
Just
tomorrow.
every little chance you get.
Okay. All right, gotcha.
But what we've done does not give a time limit. It's
No,
approved now.
He's, I mean, as long as you come get your building permit in a reasonable amount of time,
I'm
fill
gonna
one
try
out,
to go
come
out.
get it, you're okay.
I think the best thing to do would be get your survey, bring your survey, and sit down with the building department and decide where it can go.
Right.
All right.
That's it.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bryan.
Case number 15.
Application Phil Haggard Wiley for the following setback variances at 2102 Penny Lane Southeast. Property located in the R1 Single Family Zoning District. A 19-foot front yard setback variance from section 2510.82E and a 17-foot rear yard setback variance from section 2510.82D.
Afternoon, my name's Richard Humphrey with Hugh Wright McAnally, 310 8th Avenue Northeast, here with the owner, Hager Wiley. This request is it's looking to construct a garage addition to his home. This is one of those corner lots, similar to what you were just discussing. And basically with this corner lot, there's a 40-foot front setback on Stratford Road and also off of Penny Lane. But the way the house is oriented on this one, with those two setbacks, there's not really a side setback on this lot. You've got those two 40-foot fronts, and then there's a 45-foot rear setback because of the way the house is oriented. And because of the way the house is sitting on the lot, it's set back almost as far as it can get away from the intersection, away from the roadways. But to do this garage addition off the end of the house coming out towards Penny Lane, we need the setback variance to get that garage into that
front/rear area because there's not a side setback on this lot.
Questions from the public can be sent to bozaquestions@decatur-al.gov. Questions from the board?
Is this a detached garage, or are you making an attachment onto the property, onto the house?
It'll be attached to the existing house. So it'll be part of the structure.
Okay. And the entry into the garage gonna be, because I'm not visualizing it so far, I apologize.
Right. Mind if I bring this over there?
Yeah, I have that, but maybe you can explain it to me.
Coming in from Penny Lane, basically coming in the existing driveway almost.
Yes, I see that. That's where it says asphalt drive.
Right, and the entrance will be straight into the garage.
Okay.
Basically facing Penny Lane.
Oh, okay, so we talking about adding over here then. Okay. All right. That was my question.
Any other questions from the board? Comments from the public? Comments from the building department?
No comments.
Comments from the planning department? Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I offer motion for the approval for the request for applicant Wiley to allow for their building of the garage as stated.
Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Stephen Thomas?
Yes.
Charles Taylor?
Yes.
Charles Stevens?
Yes.
Elaine Dean?
Yes.
Case 16, application of appeal Jonathan South for a 14-foot rear yard setback variance from section 2510-8 2D, 2D located at 2303 Horse Tree Place, Southeast, property located in an R1 single-family zoning district. Richard Humphrey, Grant McNally, representing the owner John South. They are requesting a setback variance on the rear of this lot in order to construct a essentially a covered patio. It will be open-sided. Their desire is to build one that is attached to the house, so it will be subject to the full rear setback. The way this lot is set up, the existing house is set back from the front roadway a little bit more than typical. Instead of the typical 40-foot setback, this is set back generally in the range of 60 to 70 feet from the front, which obviously narrows down the rear yard. Because of the terrain in the area, there's several slopes that they're dealing with, and where they want to put this addition is on the upper tier of that, and this is kind of the only spot that they can really construct it and attach it to the house and get the footprint that they want. In addition to this construction, or during this construction, they've been working with their neighbor to the rear to try and address some drainage issues and some things that they have been talking with their adjacent neighbor about, and my understanding is he's in agreement with this project, doesn't have any objections.
Speaking of, questions from the public can be emailed to bozaquestions@decatur-al.gov. Questions from the board?
The rear property owner did receive a notice, and I think if they had an objection, they would be here to voice that. And that was my real question, is have you approached the rear property owner to work through this?
They have.
I'm sorry?
I'm a little hard here.
Oh.
That's a mask on.
Yeah.
Repeat that for me, please.
Well, if you'll state your name and address just for the record.
My name's Jonathan South. I live in 2303 Horse Tree Place, Southeast.
Yeah, I was just wondering if you have had discussions with the property owner to the rear.
Several.
Okay, and I was just making a statement, really, that if they had an objection, since they were notified that this was coming before the board, they would be here to voice that objection, so.
Yeah, he does not have an objection as he has presented to me. And we're trying to use this, especially if we get the variance and put it up against the house, to rework some water issues that have been there. Our problem is I'm on an elevated part, and I actually look over the top of his house from my backyard between his and the neighbors, and there's been water issues there for
a lot longer than he and I have ever been there.
Correct.
But this will give us an opportunity to hopefully contain and rework and kind of work some of that out. But he, as he expressed to me, he does not have an objection, that
Thank you.
he's in favor of this addition.
Any other questions from the board? Comments from the public?
I think it's very admirable that Mr. South approached his neighbor, and I wish more of our residents did things like this, it'd be a lot easier.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Comments from the building department?
No comment.
Comments from the planning department? No comment. Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Madam Chair, I offer motion to approve the request from Mr. South for the variance to the rear setback of 14 feet.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Charles Taylor?
Yes.
Kyle Stevens?
Yes.
Blaine Dean?
Yes.
Stephen Thomas?
Yes.
It's been approved.
Thank you.
Case number 17.
Case number 17, application and appeal of Copper Line Properties LLC for a 5-foot 3-inch rear yard setback variance from section 2511 located at 2931 Highway 67. Property is located in a B2 general business zoning district.
Thank you. My name is John Cutter. I'm from Huntsville, so I live at 2810 Lafayette Road. The subject property that we're discussing today is 2931 Highway 67. The existing Windmill Beverages. We're wanting to kind of tear down the structure all the way to slab and add a small section in the back of the property for a new cooler. And so we're asking for a 5-foot 3-inch rear setback to the property line. What's unique about this property is it was all included in the, I'm assuming that shopping center is the Mallard Park Shopping Center. When we bought the property from the owner, we subdivided this out. So the original property did not have a back property line, so to speak. So we're just asking for a variance on the setback.
All right, questions from the public can be sent to boza-questions@decatur-al.gov. I have questions from the board.
I have none.
You are adding to the square footage?
Yes, ma'am.
From what's there now?
It's approximately, I think 700 square feet. It's not much.
What will the property be after the construction?
Windmill
This is going to be
The same thing, Windmill Beverages.
windmill. Oh, I didn't know what it was. Okay. It's gone?
Sir? No, well, the building's, over 30 years old and is in dire need of a facelift.
Okay.
So what we're proposing is to take it down to slab and then bring back new, all in accordance to, the city ordinances.
Understood. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So front and side would be no increased?
No, ma'am.
It's just that cooler for the back?
Just the cooler in the back, yes, ma'am.
Okay. Other questions from the board? Comments from the public? Comments from the building department?
Comment.
Comments from the planning department? Public testimony is now closed. Excuse me. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Is there a motion?
Motion to approve the request as submitted.
Is there a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Kyle Stevens?
Yes.
Blaine Dean?
Yes.
Stephen Thomas?
Yes.
Charles Taylor?
Yes.
Thank you.
Been approved.
Thank you.
Case number 18.
Application of Sam and Brandy Bennett for a use permitted on appeal from section 2511 in order to construct a new house located at 4849 Indian Hills Road Southeast. Property is located in a B1 local shopping district.
All right, good afternoon or good evening now. We are Sam and Brandy Bennett. We currently live at 400 Hughes Drive on Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville. We're here asking for a use permitted on appeal for section 2511 for the address of 4849 Indian Hills Road. We are we have started, we've broken ground on building our home there, eager to become residents in the fine city of Decatur. But it is currently zoned, as you can see, Bravo 1, and the back portion of the property is Romeo 6. We have applied, and we're going to have it rezoned, or working to have it rezoned to Romeo 1 Echo. However, we would like to maintain or go ahead and continue our building process so we can get here to Decatur as soon as possible and not have to wait on the zoning to be approved with the construction. And my wife has already filed the paperwork at the city buildings.
All right, public questions can be sent to bozaquestions@decatur-al.gov. All right, questions from the board?
Are you military?
Yes, sir, retired Army.
Okay. Romeo Echo.
Sorry.
There was something there. And you already have the paperwork in process to have it rezoned to
Yes, sir.
R1E?
We've initiated the paperwork.
Well,
Right.
they told us that our builder would help us with that once we
Okay.
went through this process.
Okay,
So he wasn't with me that day.
but that's the intent.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
absolutely. Yes, sir.
Did they share the advantage of R1E versus R1? I just hadn't been that deep into
The
it.
one Echo we were told, and when I looked it up, was the ability to have horses on that property. It's a 5-acre property, just for the future. We have no intention right now, but if we
You
were
never
going to
know.
rezone it, just might as well, right?
Understood. Thank you.
All I have.
Other questions from the board? Comments from the public? Comments from the building department?
Comments?
Comments from the planning department? Public testimony is now closed. There being no further comments, this appeal is presented to the board for its ruling. Do I have a motion?
Madam Chair, I offer motion to grant the request from Samuel and Brandy Bennett to change their property zone to R-1E.
No,
That's not it?
What
It's
is
use
that?
permission on special from section.
use permitted on appeal.
Yeah,
Yes.
they're just asking to build a house there.
Oh, okay. Oh. Permission to special appeal from section 25-11 in order to construct a new home.
Right.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Delane Dean?
Yes.
Stephen Thomas?
Yes.
Charles Taylor?
Yes.
Charles Stevens?
Yeah.
I thought that already started.
Thank y'all very much, we appreciate it.
Well, they
Watch your
started
neighbors out there.
There's some good ones.
When I hear the word construction, I thought they were already under
All
construction.
right, please call case number 1.
Case number 1. Application appeal of Julio Alvarez.
All right,
Joe Alvarez.
there are no shows.
No Alvarez.
Is there a motion to adjourn?
Motion to dismiss this case for not,
Oh, I need a motion to dismiss case number 1 for no show. Do I have a second?
call this
Please
second.
call the roll.
Charles Taylor?
Yes.
Charles Stevens?
Yeah.
Delane Dean?
Yes,
Stephen Thomas?
Yes.
case number 1 is dismissed. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor, say aye or leave.
We're all leaving regardless.